Hello everyone, today I will be discussing about immediacy in counseling. First, let us define what immediacy is. According to this book, Skills for Effective Counseling by Elizabeth, Heather, and Fred, the skill of immediacy explicitly makes use of counselors' perceiving skills to enable them to address a specific issue in the here and now of the session. For you to understand immediacy better, allow me to also explain to you what authenticity is. In counseling, part of a counselor's skill is to be authentic. You would want to make the counselees feel that you are also a real person who can empathize with them and not just some robot who is scripted. Since counseling is also an art and not just a science, it is proper that you also show yourself or present yourself as someone who feels and perceives. Now that you have a better glimpse of what authenticity is, take a look at this picture which contains the different skills within it. You'll notice that there are two types of immediacy, which are contextual immediacy and relational immediacy. The relational immediacy is just a subset of the contextual immediacy that focus on the here and now. When we say here and now, we're talking about what is currently happening at the moment, and in that case, it is the ongoing conversation of the counselor and the counselee. As you can see, both of these, the contextual and relational, overlap with self-disclosure. Self-disclosure simply means that you disclose or share something personal about yourself, whether it's your personal experience, your current feeling, or your observations at the moment about the counselee and the like. A word of caution, we need to be careful when to use self-disclosure as it may affect negatively or positively our counselees. We need to discern when is the best time to use self-disclosure so that we won't fall into the mistake of directing the counselees' focus on themselves to us as counselors. Remember, in counseling, it's always important that the focus would always be on themselves, the counselees. Self-disclosure comes with timing and relevancy of the moment, so this should be used sparingly. For example, a self-disclosure could be something like, "That must be so difficult for you. I can also relate to what you have experienced. As a matter of fact, when I was just little, I experienced this very terrible accident." As you've heard my definition about immediacy, let's now define the two types of immediacy, which are the contextual and relational. But again, to recap, the skill of immediacy explicitly makes use of counselors' perceiving skills to enable them to address a specific issue in the here and now of the session. Let's talk about contextual immediacy. Contextual immediacy tackles on how a counselor points out usually something nonverbal from the counselee to bring that into awareness. For example, you can say something like, "I noticed tears in your eyes." Relational immediacy then is a special type of high authenticity because the counselor reveals her thoughts, feelings, or reactions to something that the counselee says or does. Another definition would be immediacy refers to the helper disclosing immediate feelings about self in relation to the client or about the therapeutic relationship. Using immediacy is quite confrontational, which is why it should be handled gently. To share with you a personal experience, there was this one time my counselor pointed out that whenever I tried sharing something emotionally heavy, I couldn't look her in the eyes. She communicated using immediacy her concern for me that I might be suppressing my emotions, which was unhealthy for me. After that, my tears welled up because I realized that almost all my life I was judged for being emotional, thinking that having emotions, or in this particular case, negative emotions, were bad when they're really not. From her immediacy, I recognized that I was shameful of my emotions. That's why I couldn't look her in the eyes. As I cried real hard, I felt that someone was able to accept that emotion. It was a very enriching experience, and from that time on, I was more accepting even of my negative emotions. As you've heard from my personal experience or example, immediacy is often used to address defensiveness, resistance, or any issue during the counseling session. Some forms or examples of resistance or defenses are silence. It could also be when the client comes in late or forgets the set appointment. Other than that, it also seeks to affirm a counselee's strength as well as promote insight. Another example would be, I'm quite happy that you've improved a lot in your health since the first time we've met. I remember how you looked so thin at the beginning of our sessions, but I've seen how you've gained some weight and you look really bright right now. Now that you know more about immediacy, here are some tips on how we can try to do it. As you do immediacy, remember that be gentle since it is confrontational. The lesser words, the better. You can try to use your inner reactions as a guide so that you would know what to say to the counselee. Be specific when you are pointing out a certain behavior instead of being too general about it. Be responsible with your own feelings when you're about to use it. And make sure that you are ready to talk and process the feelings after you have done the immediacy. Now that you know about immediacy, here is a demonstration on how immediacy is used in counseling.
Hi, good evening. It's nice to see you.
Hi,
Mm.
good evening.
Yeah, so I'm glad to see you here. I think it's also our 10th session. How are you?
Um, I'm fine. I maybe I don't I don't know actually.
Yeah, do you want to share any struggle that you've had recently?
I do not have anything to share with you actually.
Mhm.
I don't feel any change or progress in my on me lately. I am more disappointed and disgusted with myself. For instance, in my class, my professor raised a question. I know the answer, yet I was so hesitant to raise my hand.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was afraid or I was doubtful of the answer I know. I'm so disappointed and I don't know what the problem is. I
Mhm.
think there is no chance for me and I think I'm a lost cause.
Mm. Yeah, from what I'm hearing from you, I can sense that you're really frustrated right now, especially with how you are performing in school. Can you tell me more about this?
Yes, I am really frustrated. As a student, I really want to excel and be participative in our class discussion. But every time I want to do those things, there is something that stops me and I don't know what it is. I am irritated and disappointed with myself.
This must be burdening for you. You seem to be feeling disappointed with yourself. There's this something that you want to do, but you can't seem to do it.
Yeah, I think I feel like I am dumbed.
Mm.
The feeling that you want to participate in class but I don't know how. I think that my classmates also thinks the same, that I am dumbed. I am doubting myself about the things I know. So I think there's no chance for me to excel in our class.
Wow. You are really carrying this burden with yourself. This is how I feel. It's really kind of sad for me to see how you are perceiving yourself right now. It is concerning for me to hear the way that you are feeling down about how you're doing in school. And I know that this is not the first time that you are dealing with this. I'm just wondering if you have noticed this pattern as well.
I am aware that I look down on myself. Sometimes I wonder that maybe I am the reason why all these things are happening. If I am the one who's holding myself from excelling. In the first place, why do I need to excel anyway? I know that it's the right thing to do. I don't know. I'm so confused, and it brings me to become more disgusted with myself.
From what I'm hearing from you, you seem to be lacking that drive to excel in school to the point that you are confused with your motivations. However, you told me earlier in our session that you want to achieve more in school since you said no person wants to perform poorly in school. Would you help me understand this better what you mean by these 2 points and help me reconcile them?
I believe anyone wants to excel in school,
Mhm.
and it's good to have motivation while doing it. I think what is lacking from me is trust.
Mm.
Trust in myself, trust my knowledge and my strength, and to think that it is me who will benefit from it. Maybe I need to start believing what I know and what I can do.
Yeah. I can sense the doubt in what you are feeling a while ago. I think that right now, what you are feeling with all these things, I could totally relate to that. To think that I can't really do anything. I was so frustrated with myself before. And yeah, I think it's good that you are aware that these things are negatively affecting you. So with that, what are the steps that you could start doing for you to be able to at least move from that position of self-doubt?
Maybe I need to start believing what I know and learn more about my subjects, read more
Yeah.
so that there is no room for doubt.
Hmm. Yeah. You seem to really want to do better in school as a step to lessen your self-doubt. I am happy to know that you have that desire to step away from where you are right now. So what are the ways that you think can help you increase naman your self-confidence?
Maybe this is the time I should correct how I see myself. I need to start believing that I am not dumb. I need to control what my mind is thinking about myself and to entertain more positive things that I myself would benefit.
Mm.
I need to help myself.
Yeah, I can feel that you are more optimistic now compared to a while ago. I affirm how you made these assessments with yourself. I think that is very brave of you. I will support your efforts definitely. I really believe that you are not as weak as you think you are. As we have discussed so far, along with our past sessions, it just really shows me that you see value in yourself and you really want to achieve something better for yourself.
Yes. I think those are the words that I needed to hear right now. And for me to realize that I need to help myself. I need to correct how I view myself.
Mhm.
And thank you for that. Thank you for helping me realize those things.